you know, I really didn't know where my career was going. Remember, I went to drama school to learn all these roles in Shakespeare, and now I'm a pepper and singing about disco. You know, so
without an accent.
Yeah, without an accent and singing disco, and so you don't really ever know exactly how it's going to take you or where it's going to take you. So, but it was from those commercials primarily that, you know, to answer your question, that John Landis, who had written this screenplay when he was 21 years old during the making of Kelly's Heroes. Do you remember that film? So he was a PA, a production assistant, a kid, like a 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid working on this movie in Europe with all these big names, and came to the idea of this whole thing about werewolves and, you know, do they exist? Do people actually believe in them? And so he wanted.
From seeing a funeral that he was
yes,
there, yeah.
Yeah.
A gypsy funeral.
A gypsy funeral. So he tells the story of how it came to him to want to write this screenplay, which he did. He sat down and wrote this thing. He was 21 years old and tried to get it made, and of course couldn't. You know, nobody was going to touch this thing.
So he made Animal House.
So yeah, I mean, then he became famous. You know.
And then this came out, American Werewolf in London.
Well, Blues Brothers was also a huge hit for him. So the Animal House was a huge hit. The Blues Brothers, you know, he had his office on Universal Lot, so now he could do what he wanted to do, and he had always wanted to do this horror film, his film, even though he had shopped it around and gotten, you know, no feedback positively from any studio. So now he was going to make it on his own dime, basically.
And audiences didn't know what to think about it with his name on it after these two huge movies.
Yeah.
It being a horror film.
That's true, yeah. I think a lot of people thought, oh, John Landis, that's funny, Kentucky Fried Movie. You know, this was going to be another either spoof or wacky comedy. So he had, you know, the posters. I remember during the marketing of the film was, you know, from the director of Animal House, a different kind of animal. So he wanted people to, you know, that was supposed to be your cue to know that this was not a comedy. If you're coming in to see this film, this, you know, you could
Just a little tease.
You're going to be frightened. You know, he wanted it to be scary, and so that's what he set out to do.